Marcus Cole stepped out of the Vertex Technologies building for the last time on a crisp October morning that smelled of rain and fallen leaves. Fired. No warning. No explanation. 6 years of dedication. Countless late nights debugging code until 3 in the morning. Weekends sacrificed at the altar of corporate loyalty while his daughter waited at home with the babysitter. Birthdays missed. Soccer games skipped. All of it erased in a single 15-minute meeting with a woman he had never seen before in his life. He clutched a cardboard box filled with the pathetic remains of half a decade. Picture frames, coffee mugs, and a wilting desk plant Emily had given him on their first anniversary. She had said every office needed something alive to make it feel less like a prison. He paused at the edge of the parking lot. The morning sun cast long shadows across the concrete, like fingers reaching toward him. He turned back for one final look at the glass tower that had been his second home for 6 long years. Marcus had always been the kind of man who needed closure. He couldn't simply walk away from something without acknowledging what he was leaving behind. He had done it when they sold their first apartment in Beaverton to move into the house in Northeast Portland, where Lily would grow up. He had done it standing at the edge of Emily's grave after everyone else had left, rain mixing with his tears until he couldn't tell which was which. He did it now, staring at the company that had just discarded him like yesterday's newspaper. And then his heart stopped. 15 floors up, behind the sun-streaked glass of the executive suite, stood a woman with golden hair, cascading past her shoulders like liquid honey. She was looking down at him. Her face was partially obscured by glare, but unmistakable to a man who had memorized every line and curve of it over 7 years of marriage. Emily, his wife, the woman he had buried 5 years ago. Marcus froze in the middle of the parking lot. The cardboard box slipped from his fingers, scattering its contents across the pavement. Pins rolled under nearby cars. A framed photo of Lily at her 5th birthday cracked against the concrete. Soil from the desk plant spilled like dark blood across the white lines. He noticed none of it. His eyes remained locked on the 15th floor. She was still there when he blinked hard enough to hurt. Blonde hair catching the light. The tiny mole near her left ear he had kissed 1,000 times. Emily had died in his arms 5 years ago at Providence Portland Medical Center after a car accident caused by a drunk driver who ran a red light at Burnside and 23rd. He had felt the exact moment her pulse stopped. He had signed the death certificate, planned the funeral, scattered half her ashes at Cannon Beach, kept the other half in a blue ceramic urn on his dresser because he couldn't let all of her go. And yet there she stood. A cloud shifted. The glare vanished for one crystalline moment. The posture was different. Straighter. Colder. But the face was exactly the same. The woman stepped back from the window and disappeared into shadow. Something snapped inside Marcus. He ran. Through the glass doors he had just exited in disgrace. Past former colleagues staring in shock. Toward the elevators. He stabbed the call button repeatedly. When the doors opened, he swiped his badge. Access denied. His credentials had already been deactivated. He rushed to the security desk. "Tony, please. I just need 5 minutes upstairs." Tony Martinez shook his head with regret. "I'm sorry, Mr. Cole. You've been terminated. I can't let you back in." Marcus wanted to say the words. "The woman upstairs is my dead wife." But he knew how that would sound. He stumbled back outside into the harsh morning light and craned his neck toward the 15th floor. 3rd window from the left. Now there was nothing but glass reflecting clouds. And doubt creeping into his mind. He hadn't imagined it. He knew Emily's face better than his own reflection. With shaking hands, he called Grace Tanaka in HR. "Grace, the woman on the 15th floor. Blonde. Executive suite. Who is she?" A pause. "The only blonde woman up there is Catherine Reed. She's the new COO. Started 6 months ago." Catherine Reed. The name meant nothing. "Can you get me a meeting with her?" Marcus asked. "Just 5 minutes." "Marcus, she's the one who signed off on your termination." The decision had come directly from her desk. The drive home was a blur. Traffic lights and unanswered questions. When Marcus walked through his front door, Lily was waiting on the couch with her stuffed elephant. Her 8-year-old face lit up, then fell. "Daddy, you look tired. Did you have bad dreams?" He knelt and hugged her tightly. Her hair smelled like the strawberry shampoo Emily used to buy. "Just a hard day at work, honey. It's okay, Daddy. You'll find a new job. Mommy always said you're the smartest." That night, after Lily fell asleep, Marcus sat alone in the dark living room. He scrolled through old photos. Emily laughing at their wedding. Emily holding newborn Lily. Emily blowing out candles on her 30th birthday. Then he opened LinkedIn and searched for Catherine Reed. The photograph made his blood turn to ice. It was Emily. Every feature identical. The slight asymmetry of her smile. The curve of her jaw. Stanford MBA. 15-year career in tech. Recently appointed COO of Vertex Technologies. No family information. No childhood history before college. Emily had told him once that she was adopted. Closed records. Sealed files. Years of searching for her birth parents had yielded nothing. What if she had a twin sister she never knew about? Marcus stayed awake until dawn researching separated twins. Stories of identical siblings adopted into different families, living parallel lives without knowing the other existed. When morning came, he made a decision. He would meet Catherine Reed. Not for his job, for the truth. The following Saturday, Marcus took Lily to Pioneer Courthouse Square, their weekly ritual since Emily's death. Lily chased a red rubber ball across the plaza. And then he saw her. Catherine sat alone on a bench near the fountain, shoulders shaking with suppressed sobs. Lily's ball rolled to her feet. His daughter ran after it, stopped, and looked up. The sound that escaped her was somewhere between a gasp and a cry. "Mommy!" Catherine's head snapped up. Two identical blue eyes met Lily's. "I'm not your mommy," Catherine whispered through tears. "I'm so sorry." Marcus crossed the distance between them. "You're Marcus Cole," Catherine said hoarsely. At her feet lay a photograph. Emily in her wedding dress. On the back were words that changed everything. "Emily Cole, my sister. Born October 15th, 1988. Died March 22nd, 2020. Sister." 3 days later, Marcus stood outside Catherine's penthouse apartment. "I knew you would come," she said when she opened the door. Inside, printouts from an Ancestry DNA website covered one wall. "I was adopted," Catherine said. 6 months ago I took a DNA test. It matched me with an identical twin sister. Emily Reed. She'd been adopted too. I found her name. Then I found her obituary." Her voice broke. "I spent my whole life feeling incomplete. By the time I understood why, it was too late." "Why did you fire me?" Marcus asked gently. "Because I didn't know you worked there when I accepted the job. When I saw your name, when I saw your face, I couldn't bear it. Every time I looked at you, I saw her. She would have loved you," Marcus said quietly. Catherine broke down. When Marcus returned home, Lily was waiting with questions. "The lady at the park is Mommy's sister," he explained softly. "They were twins, but they never got to meet." "That's so sad," Lily whispered. "Can we be nice to her? She must be sad too." They began meeting regularly. Marcus brought videos and stories. Catherine listened, absorbing every detail about the sister she had never known. Slowly, something unexpected happened. Marcus began to see Catherine as her own person. Emily had been sunshine, loud and bright. Catherine was moonlight, quiet and steady. Lily started calling her Aunt Kathy. One evening, months later, Catherine said, "I came to Portland for my sister. I stayed because of you and Lily. Somewhere along the way, I fell in love with you." Marcus was silent for a long moment. "At first, I only saw Emily when I looked at you," he admitted. "But now I see you. You're not her shadow," he said. "You're you." They took things slowly. When they told Lily, she listened carefully. "Would Mommy be okay with that?" "I think she would want us happy," Catherine said. A year passed. They visited Emily's grave together. "Thank you for loving them first," Catherine whispered. One afternoon, the three of them walked through Pioneer Courthouse Square. Lily ran ahead chasing pigeons. Marcus and Catherine walked hand in hand. "Maybe you were looking for each other all along," Marcus said softly. "Maybe this is how you finally found each other." Catherine smiled. For the first time, there was no sadness in it. Only peace. "Slowpokes," Lily shouted from near the ice cream truck. They hurried to catch up. 3 figures moving through afternoon light. A father who learned to love again. A woman who found the family her sister left behind. A child who understood that love doesn't replace what is lost. It grows alongside it. The ice cream was chocolate. The laughter was bright. And somewhere beyond this world, Emily watched and smiled at the sister she had never known. The ending was not what anyone expected, but the best endings rarely are.